everybody, this is Troy Senior Saywordtv, and we're here with James Rich of Rich Collectibles. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, Troy.
Tell us about Rich Collectibles.
Well, Rich Collectibles is a company that I formed at the beginning of Barack Obama's run for the presidency of the United States. And, there was so much interest around this individual who was about to make history that there was a big demand, anything with his picture or his name on it. So everybody was selling, posters and different things with his name and his image on it. So I started Rich Collectibles. And the only difference is I continued it, and I still do Rich Collectibles. It's my company. I'm the CEO of Rich Collectibles, and I do that on a very large scale. I have lots of different products, and my stuff is, I like to say, high quality stuff. The real good stuff. So I think I'm one of the largest dealers of Barack Obama memorabilia in New York, in Brooklyn, or in New York. Period.
Do you have other people that you market as well? Or?
Yeah, I do. I try to market people like Malcolm X, Bob Marley, some of the greats, the giants, some of the one-of-a-kind, some of the geniuses of our time, like Red Fox, Muhammad Ali, characters like this.
Now, how long have you been doing this, and what were you doing prior to Rich Collectibles?
Yeah, Rich Collectibles has been up and running now for about a year and a half. And it's a very interesting business because, I'm really excited about the history and the giants and geniuses of this history, African-American history, not only African-American history, but, black history, black culture.
Now, what were you doing before this?
Before this, and I still continue to do this, I'm a massage therapist and holistic massage therapist and health educator. And I've been doing that for 19 years, so that's another business.
Now, what exactly is a health educator?
Health education, educating people about healthy eating, healthy living, stress reduction, and those kind of things, through massage, meditation, natural means, mind, body, spirit kind of connection and relationships.
Now, tell us, who is your favorite people that you market?
Okay, I market Muhammad Ali, Bob Marley, of course. His inspirational legacy. A lot of times people say, well, what Bob Marley has to do with this? And I'm saying, like, well, if you don't understand that, maybe you need to look into the life of Bob Marley. He was definitely one of the great motivators in the struggle of oppressed people through his legacy, through his lyrics. And he was a great songwriter and performer. Certainly has inspired a lot of people with his lyrics, don't give up the fight, these kind of songs. So he's one great one. Muhammad Ali, I love the legacy of Muhammad Ali and the image that we can never forget. He certainly have achieved immortality because he's recognized all over the world, one of the great images, like the recent Michael Jackson, of course. But beyond that, I like Jack Johnson. There's an image that is kind of a superhero, and that a lot of people really don't know that they may not know the history of Jack Johnson. So bringing these images forward in this day and time is kind of like going back and bringing it forward so you can remember and understand the genius of our great leaders who have gone before us. And still today can inspire us to go higher in our own activities and endeavors.
Now, I noticed you didn't mention the president as one of your favorites, but tell us, what did his victory mean to you, and how did you feel when he won the presidency?
Well, Barack Obama, wow. To me, like, there's heroes and there's great people who we can look at, but most of them are like, passed on already. And only thing we have is like Martin Luther King. The only thing we have is their legacy or their memory. But here in Barack Obama, we have a living legend, you know, who can inspire us, young and old, of any color, of any gender or any religion. Here's a man who goes beyond race, beyond gender, you know, beyond age. I mean, he can inspire the young as well as the old.
All right, now, tell us what your education has done for you in your careers, in your career path.
Oh, my education. Wow. Okay. Yeah, my education is, I love to travel, so I've traveled quite a bit, but not enough. And I actually grew up here in Brooklyn. I mean, I came to Brooklyn in 1947. That seems like a long time ago. Maybe it is. But I came to Brooklyn in 1947. I can remember that because in 1947 was one of the biggest snowstorms in the history of New York. And if you Google it, you can probably see that, you know, that it still has the record of being the largest snowstorm ever in New York. And so I came that day I came, it started snowing. And I use that as my landmark in life. And I grew up on the streets in Bed-Stuy, you know. I was raised here and baptized, you know, right here in the church here in Tompkins Avenue, Shiloh Baptist Church. And so that was a great education for me, you know, starting out living here in the village of Bed-Stuy. And at that time, of course, the neighborhoods were different. And so to be able to come back and see how the change has occurred and see that things are, you know, still changing, and learn from all that, learn from all the changes that are going on, you know, is the education within itself. And speaking of education, I'm now working on a BA degree. I'm 2 semesters away from that. I'll graduate in May 2010 from the College of New Rochelle, right here in Bed-Stuy. So that's kind of my educational background with all the travel that I've done.
Now, what would you say to kids to inspire them to stay in school? Because a lot of kids are dropping out nowadays. They don't see education as maybe leading anywhere. Now, what would you tell them, and why would you tell them to stay in school?
Just as President Barack Obama, when he addressed the children, because they are our future. They're going to inherit this world, so they need to be able to maneuver themselves and to understand what's going on, to understand where they're at, to understand their place in the world, and how it relates to others in the world. And they need to, I think the biggest thing about education is not just learning something, just to be learning something, but finding your passion, finding what makes you excited, you know, and dig deep into that, and let that be your guide for learning. Something that you're excited about, something that you have passion for. And if you ride your passion, everything else will come to you.
Now, what are your final words to the kids? What exactly would you say to them to maybe help them in life?
Okay. Yeah, definitely stay in school. And school is not the building school, but look at school in the broader sense. School is life. In order to maneuver yourself in life, you have to learn a lot of things. And the more you know, the better you are. People say, you know, good luck, but the more you know and the more you practice, the luckier you'll be in life.
I want to thank you for your time, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. I really enjoyed this interview. Thank you.